Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 15th. We're going to jump right in here, Capricorn, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. Sorry, I'm choking as usual, but I feel for some of you that this could be a turnaround, definitely a turnaround, like improvements. Look at this. It's a pretty good reading, Capricorn, but definitely some improvements. And I just think it just needs a little bit of grease, I think things need to get lubed up a little bit here, Capricorn, is what I would say to you. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a card of your destiny, really. It's a card of your personal vision for your life. So it kind of just represents the direction that you see your life going, whatever direction that may be, doesn't matter. So I feel for a lot of you that this is kind of talking about your destiny and what you see as your destiny or for your destiny. I do feel you're trying to take control of your destiny. The funny thing is really this reading is pretty simple. I think you are in control of your destiny. You have the Chariot coming up in your future feelings, literally taking control. You do have the Queen of Wands as your crossing energy, and again, the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a reading, and I feel the Queen of Wands is asking you to be like a little bit more bold, a little bit more assertive, asking you to like really go for what you want here and not wait. You even have the Fool here as well. Same thing, like taking a leap of faith. I feel like you're just on the razor's edge of something. If you are feeling feelings of, frustration, if you feel like you're about to explode, if you feel like you can't hold it in any longer, Capricorn, I feel like these are all feelings that are really saying, maybe you're saying to yourself, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm this, I'm that. But really, I actually feel like the feeling is that you're actually kind of like on the edge of something big in your life, a big change, a turnaround, taking control of your destiny, take it how it resonates, whatever it is. But I feel like these feelings are, I wouldn't say you're confusing your feelings. I feel like you are you. You know how you feel. But I do feel that the feeling is kind of like actually you being on the edge. You have the Fool. It's like you're standing at the edge of a cliff, ready for a new journey. He has just completed his last journey. In the tarot, we go from the Fool to the World. We go all the way through the major arcana. Then we start all over again as the Fool. So, I kind of feel like maybe you feel like you're starting over on something or you're starting something fresh. I feel a lot of success coming in for you in whatever your new venture is. Literally, those are the words that are popping into my head. So if you're starting a new business, new career, or new job, there's a lot of success there for you. Even if you're not, even if you're just like kind of taking things in a new direction, I feel there's a lot of benefits in that as well. As always, for some of you Capricorns, I feel like you could be, I wouldn't really say revisiting an idea, or I wouldn't say like reviving an idea even, but I do feel that some of you could be taking like an old idea you had in work or for work or business or whatever, and it's like you're breathing new life into it. I feel like you're maybe making it something a little bit more, turning it into something new or different. And if you're doing that, I feel it'll be very successful for you. But I feel like the Fool is saying you're ready. In the area of your foundation, you have the Four of Cups. Too many past disappointments. Four of Cups is feeling like nothing is in place, right? So if you're hesitating, or again, if you're feeling those feelings that I was describing earlier, I feel the feeling is also of things not being in the right order, or maybe you feel like you don't have the ingredients necessary to start this new journey, but I feel like you do. The Four of Cups is a liar. The Four of Cups, it's like, I always say, this is my card of trying to manifest a cake. Imagine if you were trying to manifest a cake. It's like he has these 4 cups in front of him. That could be like the flour, the sugar, the eggs, everything he needs to bake the cake. He just has to mix it all together. So I feel like you actually, even if it doesn't seem like you're ready, I feel like you're much more prepared for something than you realize. In your past position, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is pretty simple. Eight of Wands can, of course, be communication, but Eight of Wands is also like asking for something and receiving it. It was traditionally in the tarot is like the arrows of love, meaning that traditionally it was kind of like we are always asking for something in love maybe. And the Eight of Wands was kind of like the universe responding. It was the universe providing us with some answers or providing us with something that could lead us to love, right? Esther Hicks calls this her rockets of desire, right? We're always telling the universe what we want. The universe is responding, and we either ignore it or, I don't know, we do something to create resistance, right? As she says. And, so I feel like you asked for something. So it's almost like you're waiting for a response. The interesting thing is I think you'll get a response, but in the near future, you have the Eight of Swords. So this week, again, I I never almost say what I'm about to say, but I really feel you shouldn't really worry too much about this week. I feel like you're worrying, or I don't know. I just feel some sort of kind of blockage here. I kind of feel like I said at the beginning of the reading, things need to be lubed up as well. I feel like things are too rough. Things are too, it's like they're grinding against each other, And this is going to a dirty place here, Capricorn. I can already see some of your naughty comments, so don't try me. But what I would say is that I feel this is like kind of a rough energy, and I feel like things just need some lubrication. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this PG. I'm doing a terrible job, but what I would say is anything you can do to kind of maybe smooth things out, make things easier. That's what I'd be doing with the Eight of Swords. I'm not saying there's like an easy way to do everything, but it's like if you're trying to start a business, it's like there might be some things that are causing friction. I would like try to either find a way that creates less friction, or I would or I would do something totally different, right? Just to give you an example, it's like, I have a person who does my social media for the Facebook, Instagram. I actually don't know what else she does because I don't really pay attention, but she does a lot. I'm very grateful for her because if I didn't have her, I wouldn't have a social media. I hate social media, so I like never go on there, right? And thank God for her, right? But again, totally removed the friction of Chris having to deal with that crap, right? So that to me is worth billions of dollars, right? And it's like, what to you is worth billions of dollars? Is there something that can remove this friction that I'm feeling here in the beginning of the reading? It could be in any area of your life. Over the next few months, you have the Justice card. You're not the only person that had this in this area as well. Over the next few months. So we could be seeing some kind of like karmic justice, or we could be seeing some karma play out on the world stage. I believe we're already seeing some things happen, but there will be more. Secrets will come out. Things will be revealed. I've been calling it all year. And I don't know. I think it's going to be bonkers, but that's just me. So buckle up. But what I would say here is that I feel like things could be balancing out in your personal life, and I also feel cause and effect. As I've said all year long, justice is the answer to 2022, and I'm going to keep saying it because justice is cause and effect. If you put energy into something, do you get energy back? That's all I would be paying attention to in 2022 for the most part. I mean, it's not all I would pay attention to, but for the most part, I feel that justice is pretty much a good bet. If you're trying to start a business, if you put energy in, do you get money out? Or do you get something out? Could be energy. Same thing in love. It's like if you put love into a relationship, are you getting love back or are you getting nothing? And if you follow that rule, it could be a very successful time for you. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Judgment card. I feel some of you could just be spending more time with friends, which is great. I feel like socializing would just be very beneficial for you. I'm pretty sure that in your mid-monthly readings for August, I was saying there was a lot that came up that was pretty much saying, hey, you need some like socializing time, you need some play time, you need to do some things that you enjoy doing, and that's kind of what I get here. I also feel separate of people. I feel this is saying that the universe is responding to your needs, which is very nice. I would pay attention to your dreams and your daydreams. I feel like you could be making a lot of new friends as well with this Judgment card. Judgment, those people are in their coffins. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. And it's like you're stepping into a new life. Even in the area of your future feelings, you have the Chariot being in control. So I feel like you're taking control of your destiny at this time. I love this. And this is going to lead to a victory. The Chariot is a card of a victory. It is a card of success and just good things coming in for you. So I do feel there's like some sort of victory coming in for you with the Chariot. I also feel, like I said, you're taking control of your destiny. The Chariot, he has these stars on his canopy, stars on his helmet, or his crown, and he's got these moons on his shoulders, kind of represents as above, so below. These two sphinxes here, they represent mysteries. They also represent the universe as well, and they're not even like attached to the Chariot. So it kind of represents the fact that he's trusting that the universe is going to guide him and all this other stuff. And I kind of feel an element of trust in your reading where you're starting, in the near future, in your future feelings, you're starting to trust that the universe has your back or is leading you in the right direction. I also feel like you're trusting your outcome, which is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is fulfillment, and it's also a card of wishes, of course, but it's bigger than that. This guy on this card, he's meant to look chubby because he represents a person who has had a feast, and he's about to have another feast. That's the whole point of the Nine of Cups. But for him to have a feast, he has to experience the energy before. So it's an energy of experiencing an energy before you have it. And I know that's a mouthful, but he has basically been, if you want love, for example, I'll put it this way. If you want love, for example, you have to experience love before you can have love. You have to experience money before you can have money, or abundance before you can have abundance. And people always say, how is that possible? And I always say, well, it's like you don't have to experience exactly the thing, right? We can go do something that doesn't cost money, that makes us feel wealthy. We can do things that put us in energy of abundance. We can go experience love by petting a dog or kissing random strangers. Don't do that. That was a bad joke. But again, we can do all sorts of stuff, right? So I would just get out there and do it with the Nine of Cups. But let's see here. Let's clarify this and see where this is going. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands, you have the Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing. I would be careful of anyone trying to return from the past with that Judgment card here. I don't know. That's what I'll say there. The Seven of Swords is lying, cheating, stealing. That's not the only thing it represents. It can also represent doing things differently, which we've been talking about this whole time. I get this sense of friction in some area of your life. For some of you, it could be multiple things that you're doing where it's like you feel like you have to do them. Maybe they feel like obligations is what I'm getting. But I feel like there is either an easier way to do it, or there are people who have better ideas that could help you do things easier. And that's what I'd be looking into. Also, again, the Seven of Swords, he has polka dots on his cloak. Polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have more fun. So, like I said, I would balance out your energies here. With the Fool, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. Nine of Wands is my card of experimentation, and as I've been saying for the past 3 years, I feel it's an amazing time for experimentation because I feel that's what the universe wants, us to figure out new ways of doing things. Like I said, Nine of Wands also says don't give up. So I feel, again, you're at the edge of a cliff and you're about to jump off and you're just hoping that the next step appears in front of you. That's what the Fool is hoping for. He's trusting, really. He has faith, right? He's trusting that when he takes that step or the leap, that there's going to be a step that appears. And I feel like it will, plain and simple. With the Four of Cups, you have the King of Swords. I feel like you're just a smarty pants here, Capricorn. I feel like you're just saying you know everything you need to know, and you have all the knowledge you need. He has the most knowledge and wisdom out of maybe all the kings, the King of Swords. And I feel like it's saying you have more than enough to start this journey. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Hangman. Again, just exactly what I just said. The Hangman is hanging from, he doesn't even want to focus. He's like, shut up and just move on, Chris, right? But he's hanging from a tree here, and that is a tree of knowledge and wisdom, and his head is glowing. He has gained enlightenment. It's like he's been on pause, Eight of Swords. He's been hanging there for too long. Now it's time for him to get moving forward towards whatever he wants. With the Justice card, you have the Ten of Wands. I think I said earlier that it's like you're about to put a burden down in your reading. Ten of Wands is, to me, it's actually a good card because he's about to reach this home that's right here. He's about to put that burden down. He's about to have his harvest. So I feel for a lot of you that this is really saying that you're about to have a harvest. With the Judgment card, you have the Ace of Cups. Again, I would be careful of someone coming back from the past telling you, I love you, or something like that. That's literally what I'm getting here, Capricorn. Again, I don't do X-back readings for a reason. I think we go through a breakup, I think we should move on for the most part. Does it occasionally work out? Yes. Someone always leaves me a comment about their grandparents who met on the Titanic and, went through a breakup and got back together. But it's not the 1900s anymore, right? Is what I would say here. There are plenty of fish in the sea. And so I feel for most of you, this is encouraging you to move on towards something bigger and better. For others, again, I feel like this is saying answer your inner call. The universe is really asking people to focus on fulfillment, I feel. I've seen it in every single reading this week, like Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. These are cards of fulfillment and doing the things that fulfill us, doing the things that create more abundance in our life. It's funny because in the mid-monthly readings, I don't remember who I said it to, but I said it's almost like the universe is expanding and asking us to fill space, right? Through creating abundance, through expanding ourselves, through doing whatever. And I feel like you could be doing that here. With the Chariot card, you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess says trust your intuition, so definitely do that. Another card of mystery, and it's funny that I said the thing about the two Sphinxes on the Chariot. So I feel you are kind of entering into a little bit of a mystery time where maybe there are some mysteries, right? Some things where you don't know the answer. The Chariot, he doesn't care, the Chariot driver. He knows he's moving towards a new beginning, and he kind of is willing to explore anything that he finds mysterious. Plain and simple. It's like maybe you start a business, maybe it starts as one thing, but maybe you become curious about something else that's mysterious to you, and you learn about that, and you totally transform your business. That's the stuff that can happen here. Same thing in a relationship. It's like maybe you get curious about a person, and then, you know, becomes the person you marry. So there you go. And with the Nine of Cups, are you kidding? There you go. Marriage, 4 Wands. Exactly what I said. So some of you could be meeting love. For others, I feel this is more talking about freedom. 4 Wands is the true card of freedom. And freedom represents something different to everyone, of course. For some of us, what is freedom might be prison to another person, right? So, you know, we all want something different in life, and the 4 Wands is kind of a card of freedom. It's a card of accomplishing something as well. This card reminds me of a finish line. You can see there's kind of like this finish line thing at the top, and they're celebrating on the other side. So I feel like it's like a big celebration coming in for you, but I feel like it's coming in because you've kind of taking control of your destiny here. Very interesting. I like this reading. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.